And good evening, everybody. Welcome. This is college football on Saber Broadcast Network. LSU and Florida State coming up tonight. What a game. This is going to cap off our week one. Now, if you remember last year, 2022, it came down to a missed, I think it was an extra point or field goal. I can't remember what it was. Either way, came down to the kicking game. And LSU lost the game last year to Florida State. Now, this year, LSU has revenge on their minds, while Florida State looking to solidify that they are back. Now, how are these teams going to get here? Well, I think what you're going to see is you got two teams right here that are going to primarily throw the football, which is going to be fun to watch because you've got two great quarterbacks. You've got Jaden Daniels for LSU, and then you've got Jordan Travis for Florida State. This is the best game of the week. And why not cap it off on a Sunday night, the night before Labor Day? Of course, tomorrow night, Clemson and Duke face off, but this is the better game. This right here is this has got playoff implications, even though I don't want to start talking about the playoff quite yet because, let's be honest, it's just the first game of the season. This has already got big implications for what will happen. Now, this is the fourth straight season that Brian Kelly will coach against Mike Norvell. Now, Notre Dame, when Brian Kelly was at Notre Dame, he won the first two matchups. And then last year, while being at LSU, of course, lost to Mike Norvell and Florida State. Let's see what will happen tonight because this is an interesting game. Now, what are some players to really watch out for besides the quarterbacks that I mentioned? If you look at, there's two wide receivers I really want to see tonight. Florida State's wide receiver, Johnny Wilson, he is an athlete, folks. He is going to be a big factor in tonight's game. And then if you look at the LSU side, Malik Neighbors. And, of course, this is a game of most likely this is a game of who will score more. Of course, score more, but how many times are we going to see LSU go down? How many times are we going to see Florida State go down? This could easily be like a 34-31 game, or maybe even bigger of a margin. We will see what happens here tonight. This, folks, this is the game I've been waiting for, and you're going to get it. Now, at halftime, of course, like normal, we'll talk about some of the stuff going on. And so, of course, you can answer, put anything in the chat that you want to know going in to this game. So, this is going to be fun, folks. Florida State and LSU. And so, let's go to commercial real quick, and then we'll be right back for the beginning of the game. All right, everybody. We have a very good game coming up tonight. Also, real quick, I was working on a trivia question, so that will be that'll be a little bit later in the show. And this, honestly, folks, this is actually something I'm interested in as far as the question. So this will be really neat. So So just getting that updated and ready to go. So we will be right back. Let me give you another commercial break, and then we'll be right back to the. All right, everybody, welcome back. I've got my trivia question now pinned down and ready for later in the second quarter. That honestly, folks, I've got it. Of course, I've got this on my phone about the series between these two, and um really interesting stuff there. So I will, of course, at halftime give you the answers here to the questions. Also, last night, they're showing some clips on TV from last night. North Carolina gets a 31 to, I believe, 17 win over South Carolina. Very good game. The one of the many shockers of the day. Wyoming, late last night, a second overtime win over Texas Tech at home. That was incredible. Also, Colorado beating TCU, big win. Deion's first game as a head coach in the FBS. They win. So this was a week filled of just crazy stuff happening. Not to mention, Texas State beat Baylor, folks. And you know who Texas State's quarterback is? TJ Finley. He played at LSU. He started his career at LSU, transferred to Auburn, and then now playing at Texas State, getting the win over Baylor. Incredible stuff. Just incredible. So, of course, at the top, if you have any questions regarding college football, please put them in the chat. And then if you don't want to put it in the chat, you can email me at the email above here on my screen, so that you can ask me questions about what I think about college football. So we do want to engage a little bit more. Of course, here is a little update about what is going on through college football season. I'm going to try to post something about every day, and I hope that I can. But here we go. Mondays and Tuesdays, I'm getting clips from the streams, from game broadcast. That is what's Monday and Tuesday are just shorts that'll be posted. Wednesday nights, of course, is the college football wraparound live stream. Thursdays is I'll have a pre-recorded video, just something to put together, and then Fridays it will bounce around a game broadcast or maybe another pre-recorded video. So we'll see how Fridays work out with that. So it is going to be a lot of fun, folks. LSU and Florida State coming up here in just a few minutes. Of course, with it being national television, they may say 6:30, but that's only a time for, when the national broadcasters like to come on and just, give you a preview of what you're fixing to watch. So hopefully here in a few minutes, we will get the kick of the game, like the kickoff. And then it is Florida State LSU the rest of the night. So it will be a whole lot of fun. Of course, we'll have our trivia question in the second quarter. And then we'll get to go in with more stuff. So should be a lot of fun. All right, folks. It looks like they are about to get the game started here in a minute. But, of course, they can't do it first without an intro. So we are just awaiting for what the national broadcast will do. So, of course, later this week, so please join us Wednesday night for our live stream, College Football Wraparound. Also, something neat about this stream is that Wednesday night, we'll do the show live, but also after we get done, then after the show's over, I'm going to continue working. If you are someone who likes listening to podcasts, and it would be Spotify. If you like listening to Spotify podcasts, we're going to have the audio recording of the show posted on Spotify. So if you would rather listen and not watch the graphics or whatnot, whatever goes on, then that is an option for you. So we are moments away from kickoff in Orlando, Florida. LSU and Florida State. Of course, what is the expectations for both of these teams? Now we can get into talking about this a little bit more. LSU has high expectations. They set a high bar by beating Alabama last season, getting to the SEC championship game, winning the SEC West. Everybody expects Alabama and LSU to really be duking it out for that SEC West title. Florida State, people think that they could win the ACC, possibly make their way to the college football playoff, and maybe be better than maybe a lot better. Who knows? They may be better than Clemson this season. It is interesting to see that you got the preseason top two teams in the ACC playing on consecutive nights, with Florida State playing coming up here in just a few seconds, and then Clemson tomorrow night. So here we go. It is Ryan Fitzgerald getting ready to kick it back to Aaron Anderson of LSU. And here is the kick. And that'll be a touchback right there, as LSU will start from the 25. And here comes Jaden Daniels and the LSU offense. We shall see what he can do. Last season, he had program records in rush yards and rushing touchdowns. He had about 885 yards rushing himself to go along with, I believe it said, 11 touchdowns. So this guy is a very mobile quarterback. And not to mention, he nearly threw for 3,000 yards last year. So here we go from the 25. Jaden Daniels stands back with his running back to his right. Sends a man in motion. He fakes the handoff. Daniels looking, throws it back to his running back. He's down the sidelines, and he is tripped up, but not before getting down at the 20-yard line. That right there, folks. What a play right there. And this is a nice play. And he throws it back to his running back who goes out wide. That's Bradford. Nice play right there if you are LSU. All right, he sends another. Jaden Daniels sends a man in motion. It's a fake. Now the throw to Mason Taylor. Taylor running on the sidelines. That'll be a first down, and they have the ball first and goal. Looks like from about the 5. LSU, of course, right now, they are just picking apart this Florida State defense here early. They got some tempo going, though. Really interesting, folks. Jaden Daniels has got his running back to his left. That's Bradford. He's going to hand it off to him, who will bully his way to get about maybe a yard. And he is met, of course, by a couple of guys. That's, I think, Braden Fisk, Jared Verse, and I could not make out the other number of who that was. But nice run right there. LSU going with some tempo. They're at about the 4-yard line now. Second and goal. Just over a minute gone. Jaden Daniels, he fakes the handoff, taking himself, and he's met again. And we've got a flag, it looked like. Yep, we have got a flag. So we shall see what the flag is on. But it looks like it's going to go on number 11, Patrick Payton. As they're still discussing this penalty, the refs are. It's a personal foul. And yes, it's against Patrick Payton. So I believe that's going to make it. And it's a little unknown why. That's a confusing call. Honestly, there's nothing there. Okay. I don't understand that. Here's the snap. Jaden Daniels hands it off. And that is Josh Williams trying to fight. He'll probably get back to about the line of scrimmage. It's going to be second and goal there for LSU. So LSU using some tempo here early. Very interesting here, folks. It is second and goal. 12:27 to go in the first quarter. So that tells you they're moving down the field awful quick. So Jaden Daniels is in the backfield. He's got his running back, Josh Williams, to his left. He's got 3 receivers out. And here's the snap. It's a throw. And dropped. He was looking for Malik Neighbors. That'll be third and goal. So, and what Malik Neighbors tried to do was go catch it and use the defender's back that would have been Green, Renardo Green. He would have had to have Renardo Green to support the football on Green's back, but that's what Malik Neighbors tried to do. Either way, it was incomplete. Now we got a third and goal. Jaden Daniels He's got Josh Williams to his left. Daniels looking, scanning, thrown. Incomplete. At the back of the end zone, it's incomplete. It's going to be 4th and goal. Malik Neighbors is saying, I have a foot in. And it doesn't look like he does. It looks like he's out of bounds. Here's a good look here. And he's out. Clearly out of bounds, folks. So now it'll be a 4th and goal. And Brian Kelly saying, okay, let's just go for this. They're at a spot where they can just go for it, and they'll be happy even if they don't get it, because this is tough starting field position if you're going to be Jordan Travis in that Florida State offense. And now Brian Kelly is furious, it looks like, and they're going to call a timeout on national TV. They're going to go to commercial, and we are going to take it with them. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, everybody. Welcome back from that commercial break. Interesting right here. LSU was looking to possibly just leave the offense out there on the 4th and goal, and it looked like they had some communication, not great communication. So Brian Kelly took the timeout. National TV is still on commercial right now, and I mean, so far, Florida State's defense just looked very poorly. Had a couple of here at the beginning, just had a couple of plays that just not what they want. And you could say that it's just first game, just some misassignments that, once we get later in the season, they're going to work it out. But it's given good field position here for the Tigers, and it's 4th and goal at about the 1.5 yard line. And right now, LSU was looking to go for it here a few seconds ago. Now, if they're going to still do that, I'm not sure. Whether or not they may take the points and get the 3 and just call it a day here and go up 3-0 here on Florida State, because this is a game where, as much as, points are going to be something you're going to want in this game. Because in my opinion, I think this is going to be a high-scoring game, and it's going to need it's going to come down to who scores last, honestly. And it's going to be interesting. Here we go. Jaden Daniels looking, dancing around. Got a couple of defenders, and they will get him. That will be counted as a sack for number 10 on that defense. That's DJ Lundy, the linebacker. And just like that, LSU thought they had a great decision there. Just go for it and make them, if they miss it, make them start about the 1.5 yard line. That is not what they had right there. It'll now, Florida State will get it at about the 15. And just a great play by Lundy. Just blowing up the play. And now, here comes this Florida State offense. Jordan Travis, let's see what he can do. He's got two running backs in the backfield with him. He now sends one in motion. He's got a running back behind him. He'll fake it to him. And now throwing it out wide. And that right there is a gain of a few yards by Jaheim Bell, the tight end. So, Jordan Travis last season, he threw for 3,214 yards, 24 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He ran for 7 touchdowns himself. So, of course, a great season. So here we go. Travis is in the backfield. He's got Trey Benson to his left. Sends his man in motion. Travis moving out of the pocket a little bit. Throwing a little high. He was looking for Keon Coleman. It was a little high. So here we go. We got a 3rd and 5 for the Seminoles. And right now, this Florida State offensive line doing a decent job so far. So here we go. 11:14 to go in the first quarter. 3rd and 5 here for Florida State. Jordan Travis is in the backfield. He's got Trey Benson to his right. Sends a man in motion. That's Coleman. And here's a snap. Travis looking, throwing. It's a slant. And he's got Johnny Wilson. First down, Florida State. They had a great catch right there by Johnny Wilson, a diving catch. And Jordan Travis just put enough on that pass. Beautiful catch, just in the way that Johnny Wilson just gets it, controls it. First down, Florida State. So here we go. Travis is under center. He's got his running back. That's Trey Benson in the backfield. Keon Coleman's in motion. Here's Travis handing it off to Trey Benson, who will get about 2 yards, maybe 1.5 to 2 yards right there. Good run play there if you are Florida State. Just get a couple of little yards. That's all you need on first down. Don't have to have a lot. So here we go. Jordan Travis is in the backfield all by himself. Both teams are playing with tempo. So that gives an idea of how they want to play. He's got looking like about 5 receivers out wide. Well, 4 receivers, and then you got the tight end. So here we go. Travis looking over. Now taking the snap. Going to throw over the middle. He's got Johnny Wilson. And Johnny Wilson's got a first down after a gain of about, a little over, probably about 13 to 14 yards right there. Good play if you are Johnny Wilson. And here we go. Jordan Travis already 3 for 4 for 30 yards. Just good drives so far. So here we go. Keon Coleman goes in motion. Travis under center. Benson in the backfield. Here we go. Travis looking deep, and that is overshot right there. Now we got a flag. He was looking for Keon Coleman. So let's see what the flag is on. We are under 10 minutes to go here, but we shall see what the flag is on. A little bit of a questionable, who knows? And it looks like it's an offensive penalty. So it's an offensive pass interference. Something you don't see very often. So let's see. Oh, it looks like it's going to go. It's Johnny Wilson right there. Okay. It was more of a pick play, it looks like. And now it's going to be 1st and 25 for the Seminoles. So here we go from about the 31-yard line. Far ways, they've backed him up. Travis got Benson in the backfield. Here we go. Trey Benson takes the handoff, breaking a couple of tackles, and he will get back probably about 11, 12 yards right there. Great run by Trey Benson. And here we go. Florida State likes to play with tempo. 2nd and 14 here for Florida State. Travis all by himself in the backfield. Here we go. Travis looking over, giving his directions. Now taking the snap. looking, stepping up, eluding the pressure. Now throwing, incomplete. But if that would have been caught right there by Destin Hill? What a catch that would have been, folks. And the ball placement here. This is perfect ball placement. If you were Jordan Travis, you couldn't ask to put it in a better spot. This was just dropped. It just goes right through the hands of Destin Hill. A good way right there by Harold Perkins to deflect that pass. So here we go. 3rd and 14. Travis takes a snap. Travis dancing around, eluding pressure, now throwing to Johnny Wilson. Wilson's going to get the first down, and he will get to about the 41 on LSU's side of the field. Johnny Wilson, for a guy as tall as him, he doesn't look like he would be the most agile type receiver, but man, he can really move and make plays. He will definitely be someone that NFL prospects are looking at. So here we go. Jordan Travis looking, now throwing over the middle. That is Keon Coleman making some moves. He's gone. Touchdown, Florida State. And Florida State is the first team to score in this game. What a play. And Jordan Travis, this is just a normal slant route. Keon Coleman just does a good job of just making a couple of men miss, making defenders miss, and he was gone. 40 yards for the FSU touchdown right there. That's just a 9-play, 86-yard drive that went over 4 minutes and 1 second right there. As the extra point is up and good. Florida State strikes first. And a good move by Keon Coleman. Just making some guys miss. FSU, LSU, 7-0, Knowles. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, everybody. Welcome back. 7-0 Florida State. And just a great drive right there. If you are the Seminoles and looking at LSU, they had a good opening drive. They just stalled out in the red zone. And really, I'm going to be interested to see here, folks, because you know that we look for what could be defining moments in a game. And, folks, it could come down that, who knows, maybe that drive that LSU just had, that could be a very big factor in tonight's game because, like I said, both teams are very tempo-paced, and these teams both love to score. And really, I don't think defense is going to be a big factor because you've got just the great players that is Florida State and LSU on the offensive side of the football. So, really, Florida State jumping ahead to begin with, and they didn't even start the football. This is big for them. This is a good start if you are the Seminoles, if you're the Tigers, if you're LSU. This could not be worse for you. So 7-0 here early. So right now they are coming back. Right now on the screen they're showing Heisman winners from both teams. So, of course, as far as what to expect, a little bit later in the show, of course, we've got our trivia question. That'll be awesome. I think that's a really cool question if you want to dive into a little bit of history between these two teams, because some may think they haven't played very much. Well, they played a decent amount of times. So here we go. Here's the kickoff. And LSU is just going to let this go for a touchback. So Jaden Daniels in this LSU offense will come back out starting at about the 25-yard line. So, of course, this is the second of 3 straight years LSU will be playing on the Sunday before Labor Day. Next year, of course, they are going to be playing in Vegas against USC, so that should be a very interesting game. So, here we go. Jaden Daniels starting at the 25. Daniels dropping back. Had a little bit of pressure. Now having to dance around. And he makes enough moves to get maybe 1 or 2 yards right there. So, one of the big things from the games I've done from last Saturday to Thursday to yesterday, the offensive line struggles. It's a big thing. As there is Jane Daniels throwing it out. That'll be a first down. Brian Thomas Jr. gets the first down for the Tigers. So like I was saying, the teams that have lost, it's been offensive line issues that they have a tough time protecting their quarterback. So let's see if this is going to be a big thing tonight. That's what's been big in the previous 3 games I've done so far here in the early portion of the season. Here's the handoff. That is going to Noah Kane, and that goes for about nothing. Great stop right there by Bethune for that Florida State defense. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Clock ticks to about 6.5 minutes to go. Florida State has -9 rushing yards to 14 of Florida State. So that's going to be a big thing too. How does the run game do? So here we go. Jaden Daniels takes a snap, handing it off. And Noah Kane gets maybe 2 yards right there. So it's going to be 3rd down. Be interesting to see what LSU dials up here. Florida State's defense looking, after giving up a couple of big plays at the beginning of the game, they are starting to kind of get their act a little, starting to really ratchet up on that defense. 3rd and 7 now. Jaden Daniels all by himself in the backfield. Daniels takes a snap, looking, throwing. That is caught. And I believe that is Malik Neighbors for the first down for LSU. Just a nice route. And he just makes Cypress miss enough to pick up the first down. So here we go from about, it looks like the 48-yard line on Florida State's side of the field. Jaden Daniels takes the snap. He's looking. He'll take off with it. He's got the first down, but he does sustain a little bit of damage. He gets hit a little bit right there. But it is a first down if you are LSU. So clock ticks about 4.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Fast moving game here so far. Really fast. Jaden Daniels all by himself in the backfield. Now dropping back. Looking. Time in the pocket. And he just overshot Josh Williams. Just uncharacteristically just overshoots his running back. And he had a long way. He had just open grass in front of him. So Jaden Daniels looking a little flustered here early. 7-0 here for the Tigers. They are down. So here we go. Jaden Daniels stepping back, looking, throwing, and that is caught. He's still in bounds. That's Lacey trying to get down the field. He's down to about the it looks like about the half-yard line. Great play right there for Kyron Lacey. And just good awareness to keep going and knowing that you didn't step. Oh, he almost stepped out of bounds. What a play. And there's the run. And that is a touchdown for LSU. Kyron Lacey, though. Trey Bradford, the running back, he scores. But the big difference here, if you are LSU, Kyron Lacey, just the ability to stay in bounds, folks. Great play. It is now 7-6. So now we're waiting to see what this whole holdup is. So here we go. Extra point about to be attempted. So here's the snap. It's clean, and the extra point is good. So we are tied in Orlando, folks. It is 7-7. Kyron Lacey just tiptoeing his way. And then Trey Bradford punching it in for 6. LSU has knotted the game at 7. We'll be right back. All right, everybody. Welcome back. College football here on Saber Broadcast Network. I'm Cooper Naylor. So glad that you could join me here for what is already, this is already the best game because I've not called a game where we've had a tie after it being 0-0. So this right here actually is really nice to have a 7-7 game right now. So this is about to be a fun game, folks. And it already, Jaden Daniels, there is one thing I'm seeing from him. He does look a little rattled here early. So it will be interesting to see how does he manage this. Of course, he's a veteran. So, we expect him to pick it up a little bit. But a little bit of looks like first game jitters for the beginning of the season. So we will see what happens so far in this game. It's been an interesting game here so far. 7-7 between LSU and Florida State. Real quickly, let's go back to another commercial break, and we'll be right back. All right, folks, here we go. It is kickoff. And right now, here we go. There is the kick. Nathan Dilbert sending it away. And Florida State will just take a knee there in the end zone and bring it out to about the 25. So on this last drive, Jordan Travis looking good so far. Making some plays. Here early, though, his ability to extend the play is really what is caught. I mean, it's really what's catching my eye here so far. They're just doing a great job of really making the plays. So, Jordan Travis, it's his 13th straight game with a passing touchdown. That's the longest streak since Jameis Winston was the quarterback at Florida State. Of course, that was a long time. So here we go. Jordan Travis now throwing, and that's incomplete. Johnny Wilson was right there. And it was just came out of his hands there. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for Florida State. 3:45 to go in the first quarter. Florida State struck first. And here is Jordan Travis. He's got Trey Benson to his right. He sends his receiver in motion. It's Jaheim Bell. Here we go. Here's a snap. Travis moving around, now dumping it to Trey Benson, who will gain a few yards. Nice play there by Jordan Travis. And see, what he did there was he just made a way where he just faked out the defender into following him, opened up Trey Benson, just dump it to him, gain a few yards, 3rd and 3. Here we go. Travis has got Benson to his right in the backfield. He will fake it. Travis taking it, and it's going to be 4th down. Looks like it'll probably be about a yard to go. And now let's see what Mike Norvell is going to dial up here, because it looks like they're going to keep the offense out there. But it'll be interesting to see what play are they going to call here. So 4th and 1, Florida State tied, and they're just going to take the offense off and just punt it away. So clock's just going to move, and they're going to punt it. This is Alex Mastromano. He will punt it away. Gregory Clayton Jr. is back, and he falls back while receiving that punt. So it will be LSU football. And that's incredible, just for him to be able to control that football and to catch the football, control it, and end up keeping it alive. And they will begin. So they are showing on TV some of the miscues by Malik Neighbors as their punt returner from last season. Of course, that ain't happening today. But all right, from the 15, Jaden Daniels. This guy is running back in the backfield with him. He fakes it to him and just overshot again, but we got a flag. Really interesting, though. Jaden Daniels overthrowing receivers here early. Who knows what kind of plays they can make? And it looks like it's going on the defense right here. That is number 8 on the defense, Renardo Green, with the holding on Malik Neighbors. So, or pass interference. They called pass interference on that. Interesting. So, here we go. From about the 22-yard line, it's a 1st and 10 here for LSU. He's got in man in the backfield. That's Josh Williams. And Jane Daniels takes a snap, getting it out to Aaron Anderson, who will gain a few yards. And now we got another flag. So we've had a lot of flags here early, and we'll see what they call here. But game, both offenses started quick early, and now here we go. So it looks like it's a personal foul against Florida State. So that's going against Knowles. So the defense for Florida State having some trouble here early, not really playing incredible football to begin with. And so it'll be interesting to see if Florida State can start playing a little bit more consistently here on defense. But 2:12 to go here in the first quarter. LSU, Florida State, it's tied at 7. And Jaden Daniels is in the backfield. He's got his running back to his right. Sends his tight end, Mason Taylor, in motion. Jaden Daniels now looking. Scanning the field, now throwing, and that's Kyron Lacey, who'll get to about the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Brought down right there, and that was Greedy Vance Jr. bringing him down. So, as the clock keeps moving to about a minute and a half to go, from the 45, it's 2nd and 9 for LSU. He's got his running back, Josh Williams, to his left in the backfield. Daniels looking, throwing, caught, and that's a first down. As right there, Brian Thomas continues making his way, and we got another flag. Oh, I forgot to take the flag off a minute ago. Well, either way, still got another flag coming. Just a really sloppy game. Just a really sloppy game here so far from Florida State's defense. And another penalty on them. And Norvell is just livid. Just livid. So, and that is Turner. Byron Turner with that. So, we are under a minute to go. Florida State's already had 5 penalties. LSU playing clean. No penalties so far. So here we go. Jaden Daniels looking around. He's going to take off with it. He jumps over it, but he is met. Oh my goodness. He just got leveled. He jumps and then bang. It is Bethune right there. Tatum Bethune for Florida State just laying the wood. Wow. 2nd and 6 now for LSU. Jaden Daniels. Wow. Clock goes to 3. They get it off in time. Daniels looking, throwing, end zone. Incomplete. And that is how the first quarter ends, everybody. 7-7. LSU looking to score. We'll be right back. All right, everybody. Welcome back here to College Football on Saber Broadcast Network. Cooper Naylor here with you. So, here in a little bit, the trivia question will be coming. So, you will not want to miss that. Great trivia question also as well because, going to be very interesting. It has to do with these two teams when they've hit the gridiron. So, be a good question for those who are very invested in college football, which I believe y'all all are. So, thanks for tuning in for this because this is awesome. It is 7-7. So, what have I seen so far? Really, I've seen this Florida State team, and it's mostly their defense, that they have made a lot of stupid mistakes. Of course, that means penalties. I like to call them stupid mistakes because that's really what they are. And if you look at it from the LSU standpoint, they're playing clean, no penalties, but Jaden Daniels does look a little rattled. So that's what I'm seeing so far. And also the offensive line just looks like they are having a hard time defending their quarterback. So Jaden Daniels is having to make a lot of plays on his own. Jordan Travis looks like he's had time, but then he also loves to get out of the pocket and scramble around, make some plays. So that's kind of what I've been seeing so far. But it is knotted at 7. And really, if it weren't for some LSU had a chance to score in the red zone, couldn't do it at the beginning of the game, which turned into a touchdown for Florida State. And then Florida State just had a drive where they had to punt it away. So we'll see how that all fares for both teams. But it does look like we could get another close game in this series. So it's very interesting. So we shall see how both of these teams end up doing, folks. So national broadcast still in commercial break because just like normal national broadcasts, they love to keep you waiting forever. So They are coming back now. And what has been a 7-7 game, very close, but a very quick moving game, feeling like. So here we go. It's Jaden Daniels. So LSU, this is actually kind of interesting. 13 of LSU's 22 plays have been in scoring position in Florida State territory. So, and then Florida State's only had one so far here in this game. So here's the handoff to Josh Williams. And it depends on the spot, but he is short. He's about a yard short of the first down. So let's see what LSU is going to do here. It is 4th and 1. So of course, last time LSU tried to go for a 4th down here in this game, it turned into they did not convert, and they ended up allowing a touchdown to Florida State. So here we go, another 4th and 1. Let's see what LSU is going to do. Josh Williams is in the backfield with Jaden Daniels. He fakes it to him. Jaden Daniels is met. He is met by the defensive line, and Florida State stands up again. Florida State. That looked like a drive where they would definitely give up some points, and Florida State's defensive line shows up, taking down Jaden Daniels. And this is just great. Defensive line play right here. And Jaden Daniels he slipped. So that also affects, but just difficult right there. So Florida State has got the football back. As here comes Jordan Travis in the offense. Trey Benson, his running back, is behind him. He's got a couple of receivers out wide. So Jordan Travis looking around. Now takes a snap. Looking, having a throw. That's going to be caught. And just getting about 2 yards right there is Florida State's tight end, Kyle Morlock. What really looked like a terrible play, Florida State's offense really turns that into some positive right here. And Travis just got leveled. He got hit. So, great play right there if you were Jordan Travis in this offense. So, here is the pitch right now to Trey Benson, who will gain about 2 yards right there. So, it's going to be about 3rd down and about 6 to go here. Just great play here from both teams. So it's 3rd and 5. Florida State 2 for 3 on 3rd down so far. LSU 1 for 3. So let's see what Jordan Travis can do. Coleman goes in motion. Here's Travis taking the snap. He's got some time. He's looking, dancing around, now throws it, and that is caught. That is right there, Lawrence Tuafili for the Seminoles. Great play right here if you are Tuafili. Just making some room, getting open, just helping your quarterback. Florida State playing like a very good team. And what they are. Here we go. Here's the handoff to Tuafili, who's going to gain about 3 to 4 yards right there. It'll be 2nd down, about 7 to go. Florida State, 6 to go, Florida State moving down the field pretty well so far. Of course, both teams are running their offenses with some tempo. 2nd and 6. Jordan Travis, he's got his running back. That's Benson in the backfield. So Jordan Travis just giving some directions about what he wants to do. Travis now taking the snap, handing it off to Trey Benson, who will about get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So it's going to be third down, about 5 to go. 6 to go for the Seminoles. 5. Okay. So, again, a fast-paced game. So when we go to, when this, of course, when we get a little break in the action, I will bring up our trivia question for tonight. So Coleman back in motion. Travis now taking the snap, now looking. And Johnny Wilson, he dropped the pass. It's 4th and 6. And Florida State is going to punt again. But it's Johnny Wilson. He had his hands on it. It just looks like he looked away. So now LSU will get the football back. Mastromano ready to kick it, ready to punt it back to Aaron Anderson. Here we go. Here's the punt. And that'll be called fair catch by Anderson, but he dropped it. It's on the field. It's picked up by Florida State. Florida State's got it. And right there, what a play right there. It is Florida State football. Oh my goodness. That is Azariah Thomas picking it up for the Seminoles. And just like last year, just some mistakes made on special teams by LSU. Oh my goodness. What a play. And that could not have been a worse situation if you are Aaron Anderson trying to catch that football from being punted away. What a play. And now Florida State starts from the 22-yard line. Travis now looking, dancing around, now getting away of, and that's intercepted. Oh my goodness. Deuce Chestnut with the interception. Oh my goodness. What a turn of events, folks. So Florida State goes to punt, and it was muffed. Florida State gets the football, and then Jordan Travis throws an interception. What a play. And what a sequence right there. And now LSU's got the football back. Wow. What a turn of events, folks. So Jaden Daniels now looking and throwing. That's caught and bobbled. And Kyron Lacey picks up. It looks like he may have picked up the first down right there. No, it'll be 2nd and 10. Okay. So it was a drop. They called it a drop. I thought he had it, but he bobbled it around, and I guess they called it incomplete. Very interesting call right there for LSU. But wow. Here we go. Jaden Daniels has got his running back to his left. He will fake the handoff to him. Daniels taking off. And he'll get out of bounds. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 2 or 3 to go here. Just to pick up the first down. Be interesting to see what Florida State's defense is going to do here, because we shall see, can they get off the field? That's going to be a big thing here. In LSU, the game may be tied, but here's the thing. LSU has not even punted yet. They've only got 7 points. So Jaden Daniels looking, throwing. That's tipped up in the air. And that just falls to the ground. It's going to be 4th and 2. And we'll see what LSU is going to do here, whether or not they're going to go for it. Once again, they've already missed it twice. So are they going to go for it or just punt it away here on this 4th and 2 here? Be very interesting. And that's Patrick Payton with the deflection there. So here we go. It will be a punt. Jay Bramblett is back, ready to punt this away. Here we go. Clean snap, and the punt is away. Very nice punt. And they will just let it bounce and be down at about the 1-yard line. You could not ask for a better situation if you are the Tigers. And now Florida State's got a long way to go. All right. So now they've gone to a commercial break, and I do want to tell y'all what is the trivia question, which I'll leave it up all throughout the second quarter. And at halftime, I will give you the answer to the question. So here is your question for tonight. So Florida State and LSU have played 8 times prior to tonight on the football field. When was the last time LSU beat Florida State? Now, you may be thinking, oh, maybe not so long ago. Well, just wait, because this is actually, it has been a while. That's all I'm going to say, is that it has been quite a while. So, so you have a chance right there. You see the question. So, I'm going to go to commercial break, and then when I come back, it'll still be here for you, and you will have a chance. You can type it in the chat, but then I will give you the answer at halftime. We'll be right back. All right. Welcome back, everybody. So it looks like they were looking at placement of that punt. So be interesting to see whether or not they are going to keep it at the 1-yard line or what they're saying here. Okay, so they are looking at this, whether or not it hit which I don't think it hit Perkins' leg. So, a little interesting there. So, a fast-paced game. Florida State will start from the 1. So, it means Jordan Travis is in his end zone. You got to be very careful here. Trey Benson is to his right. He sends Coleman in motion. So, it's a handoff to Benson. And he picks up about a yard there. And I think it is true to say that when you are backed up to your own end zone, that it does feel like getting 1 yard is a whole lot longer than the normal 1 yard gain out on that football field. So, be 2nd and 8 now. Okay, so they picked up 2 yards. Very interesting. So here we go. Travis, a little bit more breathing room, but still not a lot. Still in his end zone. Travis looking, throwing. That'll be caught by Coleman. It'll be 3rd down and about 4 yards to go, I would say. So this would be a great opportunity if LSU's defense can hold Florida State here. Great to get great field position. And for Florida State, you have had 3 straight drives where you've got nothing. So it would be incredible here if you can convert. Florida State is 3 for 5 on 3rd down tonight. So here we go. Travis, and they just had a delay of game penalty. And Jordan Travis visibly upset. And it looks like, okay, Florida State actually got the timeout in time. That's got to burn up Mike Norvell right there. So, 8 minutes to go. Travis, very upset, trying to get the snap. So, we'll be right back in just a moment, folks. All right, everybody, welcome back. So, while we have some time, of course, do take some time if you want to. Got the trivia question down there. Florida State and LSU have played 8 times prior to tonight. When was the last time LSU beat Florida State? We will answer this at halftime. So, also, I'm not saying that it will happen, but I may have a guest during the 4th quarter. So that should be very interesting. And also to give a hint of who it may be joining me, it's one of the people who have joined me before to do some game picks on college football wraparound. So that rules out some that have joined me. So of course, That'll be interesting to see. So, Florida State LSU 7-7 right here. Be interesting to see what does Florida State do here on this 3rd and 4. Right now on the national broadcast are showing championship teams from Florida State and LSU that they've had in the past. So, of course, if you do remember, Florida State is the last team to actually win the BCS National Championship before went into the college football playoff model. So, little nugget right there of information coming from me. Of course, I didn't have to really dive into the internet to find that because, I mean, that just rolls off the top of my head. So, Jordan Travis all alone in the backfield. He's got a couple of receivers out wide, now sending a man in motion. Jordan Travis now backing up, looking. Got to escape. Now gets rid of the football. Oh, that was nearly intercepted. Nearly intercepted. That could have been so bad if you were Florida State. Just avoiding disaster. Now it's 4th and 4. And it looked like at a moment Jordan Travis was fixing to go down for the sack and maybe allow 2 points for the safety. And then he throws it away, almost intercepted, and then the defender drops the ball. So what a play. And now here's Mastromano to punt it away for Florida State. And a fair catch right there by Gregory Clayton Jr. I don't know why I'm having a hard time saying that. So 7:49 to go in the second quarter. As, of course, at halftime, I will give you that answer right there on your screen. That, and then, so we will be right back in a moment, folks. All right, everybody. So halftime, we have Jack. He is back for halftime. Of course, as you remember last Saturday, he did our halftime show. So he is back. That'll be really interesting to see what he's got to say about halftime. Of course, this is a very interesting game here so far, 7-7. And folks, not going to lie, this game looks very similar to what it did last year. So, they're still at commercial. So I'm going to go back to commercial for you, and then we will be right back. All right, everybody, welcome back. Florida State LSU, starting from the 49. Here is Jaden Daniels. He will take off with the run. He's got a first down. He's got a lot more. He's got some green space. He'll be taken down at about the 11-yard line. What a run right there by Jaden Daniels. And this offensive line opens it up, and he just goes. This shows the talent that this guy has got. So from the 11-yard line, here's Jaden Daniels looking, and he passes it to Mason Taylor. He's near the first down. It'll be second down now for the LSU Tigers. What a play, though, by Jaden Daniels. 2nd and 3 now. 7 minutes to go. And what a play. Here we go. He's got his running back. That is Noah Kane to his right. He sends a man in motion. Now Daniels will take off with it. Daniels, and it looks like he may be a yard short of the end zone. But that will be 1st and goal. So Jaden Daniels, you definitely see what he's wanting to do. He is wanting to, what the offense is putting him into is he is running the football himself. Here's the run by Noah Kane, but he stopped. Good job by that defensive line of Florida State to hold sound on that play. 2nd and goal coming up for the Seminoles. And you can see Noah Kane, he tried and he tried. Here we go, another run by Noah Kane. He jumps over the line. He is in. Touchdown, LSU. And it's now 13-7. And Florida State, it has got their first deficit of the game. And Noah Kane just jumps over the line and into the end zone. A nice play there. That's 5 plays, 51 yards, 1:47 taken off the clock. So now we got 6:02 to go in the second quarter. And that extra point is good. So the LSU Tigers have now got a 14-7 lead. And for the first time in the 2023 season while I've been doing a game, that we finally have a lead change. We'll be back. All right, everybody. Welcome back. College football here on Savor Broadcast Network. LSU 14, Florida State 7. And Florida State, now they really have a position where they've got to go down and score, folks, because they had the 7-0 lead. They've allowed 14 unanswered points, and if you're the Seminoles, you've got to go down and score this. They've really got to go score, and this is a hard position to be in if you are Florida State. But LSU, they got down 7-0 early, and they have now come back to take the 14-7 lead. So, really a incredible job by that LSU team. So early on, the game was going by super fast, and now game's kind of slowing down a little as far as pace-wise. So we'll see. Nearing halftime, though. So, of course, halftime, we got some stuff coming up. Should be really good. So you do not want to miss that. So that'll be fun. The trivia question will be answered at halftime. So just wanting to make sure that y'all know what is coming up here during the broadcast. And so right now, national broadcast is just taking us to their studio team right now. So, of course, just waiting on them. National broadcast. So, very fun game. This has been the best game of the week. And there's the kickoff. And fair catch right there by Florida State. So they've got to go back and answer right now. So, oh, wow. This is a very interesting trivia question they've got. And that is, when was Florida State's last season opening win versus a top 10 opponent? Very interesting. That'll be interesting to get their answer on their trivia question. And then I'll relay it to you here on the stream. So here we go. Jordan Travis is in the backfield. He's got Trey Benson to his right. Got a couple men wide as he sent Coleman in motion. And there's the throw, looking for Coleman. And he's taken down behind the line of scrimmage right there. That is LSU breaking up that play. Deuce Chestnut. Nice play if you are that LSU defense. 2nd and 14. Travis now trying to hurry. Travis moving it around, looking. He's going to take off. He will slide after gaining about 11 yards. And now it looks like we've got an injury. And I'm not completely sure what happened right there. But it looks like Chestnut took a shot. And we'll see what seems to be the problem with him. And he maybe a cramp possibly here for Deuce Chestnut of LSU. Either that or his knee got hit. So, not exactly sure what happened. So, this game so far with LSU and Florida State, just a game where LSU has played a pretty good game. Florida State, their offense has not been able to make a lot of progress here as of late. Of course, they had their opening drive go for the touchdowns. So we'll see what they can do here. 5:16 to go in the second quarter. Jordan Travis, 10 for 16 for 106 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. So we'll see what they can do. Travis, he takes a snap. He's looking, throwing. That's caught by Johnny Wilson, who breaks a tackle, and he's past midfield to about the 49. And that is what they needed, because over the last little bit, Johnny Wilson kind of went quiet. That's what they're looking for, is Johnny Wilson to get going again. And a flag. So let's see what that is. And it's a false start against the offense. So just when they get something going, if you're Florida State, it's an illegal snap. And just not good for them. So here we go. That's now 6 penalties for 58 yards for Florida State. No penalties for LSU. So 1st and 15 from about the 46-yard line. Travis has got his running back to his right. Here's the snap. Travis dancing around, now throwing. It's dropped. Oh. And that could have been caught. That's Jaheim Bell. Jordan Travis wishes he would have caught that. I mean, it was right there, right in Bell's hands. And he just dropped it. So here we go. 2nd and 15. Travis in the backfield. He's got his running back to his right. Here's the snap. He fakes it to his running back. Travis dancing around. Now moving. He's going to take off with himself. And he will gain about 3 yards right there. It's going to be 3rd down. About 12 or 13 to go. 14-7. Florida State looking to score. Of course, they get the football to start the second half. So that is one upside if you are Florida State. But it would be nice to go down and score now. 4-7 on 3rd downs is Florida State. So 3rd and 12 to go. Jordan Travis got his running back to his left. Now dancing around, looking, throwing. That's caught. And that is Winston Wright Jr. First time I've called his name tonight. He has the catch there for Florida State. And that is a 1st down. So now, here we go. Not in a complete rush right quick. But Trey Benson is behind Travis in the backfield. There goes a man in motion if you're Florida State. Travis looking around, having to get away from a defender, now throwing. That is his tight end. That is Kyle Morlock with the catch. It'll be 2nd down. And that'll be 3 yards to go. 2.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Very interesting here. Here we go. Jordan Travis has a man in motion. It's a handoff to Trey Benson. And Benson it's about 3rd and 1 now for Florida State. So, the offense looking to the sidelines, trying to get the play call. 3rd and 1. Let's see what Florida State can do. And it's a quarterback play. It's a quarterback run, and they got the 1st down out of that. Quarterback sneak is what it's called. And Jordan Travis finding his way through that offensive line. Great play by that offensive line. And now you got a 1st down. Florida State really needs a touchdown here to keep themselves competitive in this game. Jordan Travis is all by himself in the backfield. About 5 receivers wide. Travis looking, taking a shot to the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown, Florida State. I like that. They are an extra point away from tying the game. It is Keon Coleman with the catch. What a play. And Florida State has got themselves within an extra point of tying. Wow, what a play. And now Keon Coleman comes up a little hobbled. Something doesn't look to be right with him. And here comes the extra point. That was big for Florida State. And the extra point is good. We are tied again. What a game, folks. What a game. And as you can see, it's just five receivers out wide. And Travis, all by himself, just puts it in the air. He tells Keon Coleman, go up and get that ball. Go fight that defender for it. And it's Keon Coleman who wins it. Burns tried to get away from Coleman, but it was Coleman's football. Coleman wanted it more. That's a touchdown. It's 14-14. And now Coleman, though, is headed back to the locker room. So this is not a good sign. Coming out, he is a transfer from Michigan State. But a minute to go here in the second half. So it'll be interesting to see what Florida State will do. As here's the kickoff. And that'll be brought out by Anderson, who doesn't get very far. Great play right there by the special teams of Florida State. And so they now are answering their AFLAC question. When was Florida State's last season opening win versus a top 10 opponent? 2005 against Miami, and they won 10-7. Very interesting. Speaking of trivia questions, ours will be answered a little bit later. So, and both teams ran 32 plays. And very even game. I mean, 226 for as far as yards for LSU, 213 for Florida State so far. So, here we go. Jaden Daniels takes the snap. Looking. That'll be caught. That's Malik Neighbors. And I don't think they gave him the first down there. So they're having to hurry. Oh, they did give him the first down. Okay. They did. Okay. Here we go. Jaden Daniels looking, throwing. That'll be dropped. He was looking for Kyron Lacey, but that was dropped 39 seconds ago. So what will they do? Of course, it's interesting because there's now only 39 seconds to go. Can they get it up the field and get a shot at a field goal? That's what they're looking at. Of course, they are from the 24-yard line. 39 seconds to go. Daniels sends a man in motion. He's all by himself, though, in the backfield. Daniels, it's a fumble. Did it go? And it is LSU football. They recovered, but the question I have, are they calling that a fumble? Now, they may review this because if I believe correctly, if it's forced that the ball is being forced out of his hands in a forward motion, then I believe that's a fumble. But if not, then it's just a sack by Jared Verse. But very interesting there. LSU did recover the football, though, right there. 25 seconds to go. And now, if you're Brian Kelly, do you just take this to the locker room? Of course, you do want to kind of get... I can see where they're wanting to get a little something here before halftime, because if you're LSU, Florida State's getting the football to begin the second half. So, very interesting. So, And we do have a comment in the chat, but I'll answer that a little bit later. So, and they are going to review this. The ruling on the field is that it's a fumble. So that's going to be interesting to see. Very close there. Very, very close. Because if it is that it was a forced arm motion that looks like it's throwing if you're Jaden Daniels, it does look like that could be considered a fumble because the ball is forced out of his hands. Depends on on forward motion, I believe. This to me, to be honest with you, looks like a fumble. If I were the ref, I would call that I would say that stands. But of course, we shall see what they do. But also, we got a comment about our trivia question. We will see. We will see. And it's just an incomplete pass. So they reversed the call to an incomplete pass. Very interesting. I can't say that I agree because, in my opinion, I think it's a fumble. But, it is what it is, I guess. But 25 seconds to go here in the second quarter. It is 3rd and 10 for LSU. 37 seconds they've put on the clock. Okay. A little bit more manageable if you are the Tigers. If you're trying to go down and score a field goal. If you're trying to get a field goal, then here we go. Here's the handoff. And he's got space. This is Williams. He had a lot of space right there, and he uses it to his advantage. They are getting near field goal range. That is a first down. They are just looking for a shot for Damian Ramos. They look like they've got to get about 3 yards to be in field goal range. And the second timeout by LSU is taken. They have one remaining here in this half. And Josh Williams gets the outside and just terrible coverage if you're Florida State. Just allowing the running back to get through. Just terrible right there. So we shall see. 30 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And Damian Ramos is 10 for 14. 71.4%. His long is 47. So it's a little bit about him. So we shall see as Jaden Daniels is in the backfield. He's got his running back to his left. They only need 3 yards to get to field goal range. So here we go. Daniels takes a snap. Stepping up in the pocket. He's going to take off it with him himself. He has the 3 yards, I believe. He has the 3 yards. So now, be interesting to see what they're going to do. It is 2nd and 7. 23 seconds. Okay, so he got out of bounds to stop the clock. So, of course, looking for a little bit of more breathing room. Just to make sure Ramos has a good chance at this kick. Jaden Daniels looking, throwing, wide open. And I don't understand. How is Brian Thomas left wide open? They are now in the red zone. And they are at the 19. This is an easy shot if you're Damian Ramos. I don't understand this whatsoever, folks. It looks like they backed off and played some kind of like prevent defense and didn't even consider a wide open Brian Thomas. As here's Jaden Daniels looking, throwing, and that's incomplete. And he was looking for the back shoulder kind of thing. Looking for Malik Neighbors. So LSU is back in the red zone again. So let's see who's going to have the upper hand here. As we have 13 seconds. Of course, LSU may be taking some shots to the end zone just to see if they can get it. Jaden Daniels looking, throwing, and that's out of bounds. That was in the vicinity of Malik Neighbors. Doesn't look incredibly happy right there about the placement of that. So 9 seconds to go here in the first half. Brian Kelly does not look very happy as of right now. And here we go. It's a 3rd and 10 from the 19-yard line. LSU looking to score a little something before halftime. Mason Taylor's in motion, and now we have a stoppage in play. And it looks like Florida State is taking a timeout. So both teams, we got one timeout left with 9 seconds to go until halftime. Both teams are going to talk it over. 14-14. And this has been a very interesting game here, folks. This has been the best game I've done to open this season. And, you know, that's what we predicted. It's why this was game of the week. We wanted to pick a game that would be a game of the week that would be very interesting for people to watch. And this is really a good game, folks. These are two teams that have a chance to really make it a far ways as far as going to the playoffs. So that is the expectation. So here is Jaden Daniels. He's got his running back to his right. Mason Taylor goes in motion. Jaden Daniels looking. He's looking now, just going to throw it in the dirt. So 4 seconds to go. It's a 4th and 10. And now it looks like they may just trot out Damian Ramos to kick a field goal and to go to halftime with the 17-14 advantage. So here we go. 36 yards away is this kick. He is on the left hash. And now we have a stoppage in play. It looks like Florida State is going to try to ice the kicker as they use their final timeout here. So let's see if that has any effect. So what has been a very interesting game so far today, as it looks like LSU is looking to kick a field goal here. 14-14. And really, the big topic at halftime will be penalties for Florida State. They've had 6 for 58 yards. LSU's played a clean game. 0 penalties. So we will see how this field goal goes, and then it'll be time for the halftime show. All right, everybody. 36-yard field goal. It's from the left hash. And here we go. Clean snap. Kick is on the way, and it is straight through the middle. LSU has a 17-14 advantage at halftime. So let's go to commercial break, and then it'll be time for the halftime show in just a moment.
All right, we're welcome back to halftime. We're watching the LSU Florida State game, top 10 matchup with Orlando. Has a last second field goal from LSU, puts them up 17-14. First half, just a little bit, couple first half stats. Jordan Travis, Florida State, 14-21, 174 yards, 2 TDs, 1 interception. LSU, not much running game, more passing game. Good first half, though. So, also, week 1. We got more games going on, but earlier today, Rutgers beat Northwestern 24-7 in debut for Northwestern's coach. After all the stuff happened this summer, really struggled. Probably going to be a rough year on them 24-7. Oregon State with Clemson defense. Clemson transfer DJ, I can't pronounce his last name. He thought he had 5 touchdowns as they beat San Jose State 42-17. That's Oregon State beat San Jose State 42-17. Welcome in. Thank you, Cooper, for the first half. Also, let you know, going on this weekend, we had a bunch of good games. Unfortunately, the first couple of games Cooper did not as good this week. He got you going tonight, though. Folks, you need to keep tuned in for this one. This is going to go down the wire just like last year. If you watched the game last year, we do realize that LSU had a couple miscues, cost them a game. Florida State won. This is a top 10 battle of 2 teams who have national championship aspirations. This could be a very big playoff implication game. Sounds stupid first week, but it will be a very big game. The team loses this one, really has no wiggle room later on. This reminds me of a couple years ago when Georgia and Clemson played the same type of deal. Anyway, guys, we got another good half coming on. Also, this past Saturday, a couple games go to the scores. Late last night, UCLA beat Coastal Carolina 27-13. Chip Kelly got him playing well. Pac-12. I just said a while ago the Pac-12 went undefeated this whole weekend. The only conference that did that. The Pac-12 will be a very good conference to watch this year. Not necessarily the national championship conference, but a very good competitive conference. Also last night, NBC's first broadcast for Big Ten broadcast was Penn State beat West Virginia, 38-15. Also last night, the Battle of the Carolinas at the Duke-Mayo game. You had North Carolina beating South Carolina 31-17. Drake May, once again, another Heisman candidate. You got a bunch of good quarterbacks this year that should be in the Heisman race. Drake May, watch him. Going to be a high first-round draft pick. I predict maybe the second quarterback coming out of draft this year. Also yesterday, got to talk about Georgia. Are they ready for a three-peat? They started their three-peat run. Does it beat UT Martin 48-7? Yes, UT Martin. But once again, Carson Beck, how's he going to be? There will be a game later this year that we're going to see how he really performs. They still have they still have Tennessee, Florida coming along. We'll see what this team does the rest of the year. Also last night, Tuscaloosa, Jalen Milroe made his second start as he was named starter as Alabama wins 56-7 against Middle Tennessee State. Yep, it's Middle Tennessee State, folks. But we're going to find out next week, or this coming Saturday, about this Alabama team, as they will be tested. We'll talk about those games in a minute. Also, yesterday, Hugh Freeze made his debut at Auburn. They win 59-14 against UMass. Once again, not a great competition, but obviously Auburn looked really good. Once again, another week or two, we'll see more about these teams. Okay, two big upsets yesterday. The first one, Fresno State went to Purdue and beat them 39-35. Yeah, you say not a big one. That is a big one. Now, Purdue Big Ten team losing to Fresno, that's a big win to go in there and win that one. But the big one, and the story the whole weekend, and we'll hear about this all week, is Colorado and Deion Sanders. 45-42 over TCU, who did play in the last championship game last year, but who lost a lot of talent. But that being said, Colorado changed their whole program, all the players. They go to Texas, beat TCU 45-42. Deion's son played quarterback, accounted for 500 yards of offense. But the best player on that team, in my opinion, is Travis Hunter. The guy plays it all: offense, defense, special teams. This guy would definitely, if he keeps this up, he would be in New York. He would be there for the Heisman, and he's still got another year to play. This guy is the real deal. But that's all for week one. Week two we got coming up. I highlight about 5-6 games we're going to talk about just real quickly. First one may sound stupid, but if you watched last year, Appalachian State and North Carolina. Last year, this was a great, great game. One of those that you just couldn't turn off the TV. They just kept scoring and scoring. Here we go again. They will play again this year. This time it'll be at North Carolina. Last year they played App State. App State should have won the game last year. Didn't. We'll see this year. Another one. Yeah, maybe people are talking about it. Texas A&M and Miami. We're going to find out about these two teams. You have some coaching changes, some issues going on with both schools. Bobby Trino, Jimbo Fisher, can they get along on offense? Are they going to butt heads? How are they going to do? Well, they go to Miami. Miami, yeah, every year you hear this. Oh, they win a game, they're back. Well, here we go. You went to Texas and got beat last year. What would you do this year? You got them coming down there. This is a big game for you. We'll see about that one. Another one, kind of under the radar game we talk about. Notre Dame is NC State. Yeah, Notre Dame's looked good for 2 weeks. Now they finally played a better team, and they go on the road to NC State, a team that's been very competitive in the ACC. It's been one of the top, probably right there at the borderline of being top 3 or 4 teams in that conference. Notre Dame, you better be ready. Don't be looking forward to a couple of weeks. You go to when Ohio State comes in. You better be ready to play this week. If not, you will get beat. But to me, probably the 2 biggest games this coming week, and nobody probably seen this season started. Nebraska and Colorado will be a very big game. Why? Well, because every time you turn on anything on this week about anything with sports, we'll hear about Deion. We'll hear about Colorado, how the media talked them down, how bad they were going to be. All this. Deion, pressure's on you now. You won a game. Now you talk it up. Now you better be ready to back it up. You talking to Nebraska. In my opinion, should have beat Minnesota. Fumble the ball, throw the interception in zones. Like the same Nebraska team we've seen the last couple of years. You pull the same stuff. I think your coach is better this year. Matt Rule. This is a game. You can make a statement. This is a statement came from Nebraska. If you can win this one, you put a statement in that, hey, we may actually be back. If anybody's watched this team the last 2 or 3 years, they've been at the borderline of a really good team, but they just always make a stupid mistake. They did it again Thursday night. But guys, we gave it the whole weekend. We know what it is. It's Alabama, Texas. Yep, here we go. Everybody remember what happened last year. Alabama struggled. Texas, Quinn Ewers got hurt. Couldn't play. Missed most of the game. While he's in there, Texas looked really good. Probably should have beat Alabama. Alabama, you got a new quarterback. You got a new coordinator. We got all this going on. That's it. Texas people, you come to the SEC next year officially. This is going to be your first real test. You're going to really taste it. You go to Tuscaloosa Saturday night, and you see what kind of crowd's going to be there. Game day is going to be there. You know, the whole college football world is going to be looking at this one game. Yeah, it's a primetime game. I believe it's on ABC, maybe ESPN. I'm not really sure which one's showing it. This is the game that they're looking at. Quinn Ewers, you go up there, you put up big numbers against Alabama, and you beat Alabama, you are the leader for the Heisman. You are the one. You will be putting yourself up or fighting with Caleb Williams being the first pick draft. That's the type of game you could do. Texas, are you back? You go Tuscaloosa beat Alabama, then you start saying we're back. Alabama, are we going to run the ball? Are we going to be that power team that talked about all summer that we've heard rumors about? Okay, here's your first real test. You get Texas. This is the game we're going to see what kind of team both of them are. The winner of this game will probably be well for the rest of the year. Texas, if whoever loses, I'll say this: Texas, if you lose this game, don't go to downspill. You still got the B12. You still come back. But this game will not matter. It doesn't matter the conference. But your perception will be: are you back or not? You will find out. Well, that's week 2 game looking ahead of. I will say this: I do not know. In fact, I look over the TV right now. I say Steve Sarkisian being interviewed on ESPN. Sorry, starting people. There we go. Telling you, this is it's going to be talked about all week. Game day will be there. Pat McAfee. I'm doing my show Friday down there. All right, Arch Manning. The Manning's going to show up. Will Peyton be there? Hey, Eli going to cover. Are they going to be there? They tell people this: Peyton, Eli, you're not well liked at Tuscaloosa. You went to Ole Miss and Tennessee. Peyton, especially you, you're not very well liked down there. People remember stuff you did at Tennessee. But that is the game next week. That's the one. We will see what kind of team it'll be. But I will say this, as I get ready to send it back to Cooper here in just a minute, get ready for the second half. Second half of this game, Florida State, LSU, cut down turnovers, kicking game. It'll probably come down to kicking game once again, like it did last year. Don't make no stupid plays. You got a shot to win this one. But I'll also tell you this, on this network, Cooper's got a lot more stuff he's got planned out. You'll probably see me a few more times doing stuff with him. Hopefully we'll bring some more people in to help him do some stuff, maybe some podcasts and maybe some other stuff going on. Maybe a few more commercials come along. We're going to help him try to build this channel up a little bit. But stay tuned for the second half. Be ready for the rest of the week, and I will see you next week.
And welcome back to college football right here on Saber Broadcast Network. Want to thank Jack for coming on and doing the halftime show. Did a great job there. A lot of really great information coming from him. So really enjoy that. So since I have a little bit of time, you, the viewers, wanted to I have a trivia question here, and I've been doing this for the game broadcast because I think it's a good way to keep it interactive here with you, the viewers. So the question tonight is: Florida State and LSU have played 8 times prior to tonight. When was the last time LSU, and that is the Tigers, LSU, beat Florida State? All right. So you've got to go back and look a little bit because it has been a little bit. So the answer, here we go. November 20th, 1982. Now, that was the last time. But in this series, folks, and that's the interesting part here. In this series, Florida State is 6-2 or 8-2. Okay, so I had that wrong. Florida State's 8-2 in the series. I'm sorry, I had part of my information wrong. Either way, November 20th, 1982 was the last time that LSU beat Florida State. In that game, it was a 55-21 just beat down LSU gave Florida State. The only other time that they played was in the 1968 Peach Bowl, which ended in a 31-27 LSU win. Other games that have been played in this series, October 27th, 1979, that was a Florida State 24-19 win. September 6th, 1980, 16-0 Florida State. October 24th, 1981, 38-14 Florida State. September 10th, 1983, 40-35 Florida State. September 16th, 1989, 31-21 Florida State. October 27th, 1990, 42-3 Florida State. October 26th, 1991, 27-16 Florida State. And then last year, Florida State 24-23. So very, very interesting there in this series. Also, 5-game win streak in the series for Florida State. So can LSU snap the streak, folks? We will see. So let's go to commercial, and then we have the second half. Be right back. All right. Also, I'm getting in the chat where we had a little bit of just misreading the question. So yeah, just to let you know, it was the last time LSU won in the series. So that is, I hate that I hate that he mixed that up, but either way, we have to move on from there. So, of course, the game is going to start here in just a few minutes with the second half. And it will be Florida State football to begin the second half. So what has been a very fun game so far, 17-14. As you can tell by the scoreboard, this has been the best game I've done so far this season. We had a 42-3 just demolishing of Navy by Notre Dame. Then we had a game that was 24-11, but it was more like 24-0 if you really think of it, that Utah gave Florida. And then yesterday, Tennessee just dominating Virginia 49-13. That is a rundown of the games that has been here on Saber Broadcast Network here in the last week. And, I mean, you can tell that's been a pretty busy week. So what is the plan for next week? Well, as far as that, it will be announced in It'll be announced on Wednesday night on college football wraparound. That if you want to tune in for that, that's 8:15 Wednesday night. So that is so just that's a little programming note. The announcement of this coming week's games will be announced Wednesday night. And then also if you're someone who likes to look at the community post, then you will be able to find I'm planning on announcing the games with the thumbnail of the videos, just thumbnail, not like a link to the stream or anything, just thumbnail. You'll be able to find that in the community post Tuesday night. So, the game is back, and it is going to be an interesting second half. In a game that LSU has had a couple of opportunities. I mean, they missed a couple of opportunities there in the red zone to really get some points, and then they still lead 17-14 because of Florida State's penalties have really killed them a little bit here. So it's a very interesting contrast we have here, folks. So second half is getting ready to begin. 17-14. Just getting everything reset here for you. Of course, this has been a fun game. Both quarterbacks really playing good football. So here we go. Getting ready to kick this off is Nathan Dilbert. And there is the kick. It's going to be Florida State football at the 25. So, of course, here comes Jordan Travis and the Florida State offense. Here's the thing. Can they have a clean drive? Can they go up the field without any penalties and do what they did at the beginning of the game, which was just a quick opening drive that ended in a touchdown? And so be very interesting. Keon Coleman is back out there. If you remember, at the end of the first half, he did have to come out, and he went back to the locker room. So that is nice to see that he's back out on the field. So here we go. Jordan Travis dropping back. He's looking, dancing around, getting away from pressure. Now throwing. And he was looking for Johnny Wilson, but now we got a flag that may be on Deuce Chestnut. It may be a pass interference. Let's see what it's going to be. Now, I will say, okay, here we go. It's a pass interference, just like I thought. So, for once, it is a good call right there. But I will say in this game, I haven't completely agreed with the refs. Thought some of their calls have been not great here early. So, we'll just see. Here we go. Jordan Travis has got two running backs in the backfield with him. He will hand it off. And that right there is a gain of a few yards. It'll be about 2nd and 1. That is Lawrence Tuafili with the carry. Second and 2, I mean. So here we go. Two running backs in the backfield with Jordan Travis. It's another handoff. Tuafili again. First down, Florida State. They are going fast. They're using the tempo to their advantage. Here tonight, 14-15. 17-14 is your score. And Florida State really, I mean, they use some tempo, and then they have moments like these where they're just kind of looking over at the sideline, trying to get their play call. So here we go. Jordan Travis under center. He has got his run. He's got a couple of men in the backfield with him. Travis now handing it off. That is Trey Benson, who will gain a few yards right there. Good run if you are Florida State. And really, Just great play coming out of the half by Florida State. Defense for LSU. Not playing terribly, but you can tell that they weren't ready for this from Florida State. So, here we go. Travis. He's got Trey Benson to his left. It is 2nd and 7. Sends a man in motion. Here's the snap. Now the throw to Keon Coleman. Be about 2nd and a couple of inches to go. So it'll be 3rd down. Couple of inches. Of course, it'll say 3rd and 1 on the national broadcast. 12:45. I'm asking to be doing the comments in chat. I will answer them at a little bit of a break. So that's when you can expect that. Here we go. A man in motion now for Jordan Travis. He now throws it behind. Now his receiver's looking to throw. He's got to run away from pressure. This is a throw right here. It's caught by Johnny Wilson. That was a long developing play, and that was Deuce Spann with the throw. That is the receiver that threw the pass. Very interesting play call. That could have been dangerous right there, as you had 2 LSU defenders coming at him. So, what a play. Deuce Spann. Nice throw. And now we got another 1st down at the 22 for Florida State. Jordan Travis again under center. And just to remind you, I'll do the comments at a break in action. So here we go. Travis handing it off to Trey Benson. Benson will pick up 2 to 3 yards right there. Florida State in the red zone. And it is 17-14 with 11:15 to go in the 3rd quarter. And a nice opening, opening the 2nd half with a very nice drive here. Can they capitalize? We will see. Travis has got 2 running backs in the backfield, shoulder to shoulder with him. Calling out some signals to his teammates. Now it's a handoff. And Benson's going nowhere. He is going behind the line of scrimmage. Right there is number 13, Braden Swinson, right there on that defense for LSU. Great defense right there. There was nothing that offensive lineman could have done to protect Trey Benson from Braden Swinson. 3rd and 13 from the 25. They have got to get to the 12-yard line to get a 1st down. Jordan Travis alone in the backfield. Takes a snap, now looking over the middle. He's got Johnny Wilson, and he is short. He gets to about the 15, and now Florida State will have to take a field goal here and go for the tie. Johnny Wilson, of course, with the catch. So here we go. Ryan Fitzgerald for the 33-yard field goal, his 1st attempt tonight. And this is going to be interesting. This is from the right hash. He's a right-footed kicker. So let's see how he does. Clean snap. Kick is up. Kick is good. Florida State has tied the game. And it is 17-17 right now. All right. Let's get to some of the comments in the chat because we do have a little stoppage in play. And I'm going to go up a little bit. Let's start out with this first one. What have you seen from this game? I've seen a game where it seems like Florida State, its penalties are clearly killing them. And I mean, like this drive's shown, if they just clean it up, they can really play a good game. And I think they're the better team. They're playing like they're the better team when they don't shoot themselves in the foot with penalties, or if they start actually executing. So, you know, will Auburn beat Cal? Okay. So this, I don't know. It's a good game, honestly. So let me wait, and I'm going to talk about this Wednesday night. So if you want to, tune in Wednesday night, and I will give you a complete answer to this. And then Colton wants to know, what quarter is it? It's the third quarter. We just started the third quarter. So, I mean, what a question. So, that is a little bit of our comments. Let's go to commercial break. We'll be right back. Here we go, everybody. Welcome back to college football on Savor Broadcast Network. As here we go, Ryan Fitzgerald looks to kick it off for Florida State. There's the kick. And this one is going to be returned by Aaron Anderson, who will get probably about to the 18-yard line. So, Jaden Daniels has a three plays of 20-plus yards, which have been 2 passing, and then he had his long rushing play. And so, let's see what this offense can do. We are knotted at 17. It's been a very fun game tonight. We got 9:14 to go in the third quarter. Of course, like I said earlier, we may have someone coming on to do fourth quarter with me, so that'll be fun. So here we go. Jaden Daniels fakes the handoff, now taking off with it. It's a first down and more as he is met right there, and that was Akeem Dent right there, meeting him. But still a first down for LSU. Jaden Daniels has ran it 11 times for 73 yards. There's a throw to Malik Neighbors. And that should be about 2nd and 1, folks. Great play there if you are Malik Neighbors. Of course, let's see what LSU can do right now. Of course, LSU ranked number 5. Oh, man, Florida State, number 8. So, here we go. Jaden Daniels fakes the handoff, now throwing. That's Mason Taylor, his tight end, who picks up the first down and a lot more. And we got a flag. So, it's be interesting who this is on. Florida State cannot afford another penalty. And it looks like it's going to go against Florida State. We will wait and see, as it looks like they may have waved it off. So, 8 minutes, 7 seconds. Interesting to see what the penalty is, which I'm not completely sure. It may have just been a late hit. Either way, here we go from the 49. Jaden Daniels has got his running back to his left. He now hands it off to him. And he will get a few yards. That is Armani. No, I'm sorry. That is Trey Bradford with the carry. Be 2nd and 6. So, 2nd and 6 to go. 7.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Jaden Daniels in the backfield all by himself. He's got 5 wide. And there's the throw to Malik Neighbors, who will be brought up short of the line of scrimmage. It'll now be 3rd and about 7 or 8. And Florida State can get off the field right here. And Brian Kelly visibly upset right now. So here we go. Jaden Daniels. He's got his running back to his left. Now he motions over to the right. Jaden Daniels looking, dropping back. He's got time. Now throwing over the middle, incomplete. That pass was intended for Kyron Lacey. And it looked like the pass was a little bit behind Lacey, and Daniels will want that one back. And actually, it was right on his hands. It just went right through him. But a good job by Cypress. Oh, that's Fentrell Cypress for trying to distract for the distraction right there. So here we go. Jay Bramblett out the punt for LSU. And a fair catch called for. And that is Keon Coleman. So here comes Florida State. What will they do? Be back in a moment. And welcome back to college football here on Saber Broadcast Network. Very interesting how this third quarter is going. Florida State, of course, getting in the field goal, and LSU drove a little bit and then had to punt. So now Florida State seems to have some momentum. Now, the interesting thing is, can they go down and get a touchdown? That's what they really need here, is a touchdown. So, of course, for the fourth quarter, I may have a guest coming on. So, that'll be fun. Just scrolling through your chat. comments. A lot of very honestly, it's kind of funny to me a little bit, the back and forth, some of this. So very interesting, the dynamic between Oklahoma and Auburn and Alabama in the chat, which is very interesting to me. But of course, we will talk more football throughout the season. I mean, there's a lot of season to talk some football. So may dive into some of this a little bit. So the game is about to resume, and it is 17-17, and Florida State's got the football. Now, like I said, what Florida State needs to do here is Florida State needs to drive down the field and get a touchdown. That's what they need. So here we go. 1st and 10. Jordan Travis hands it off to his running back, and that's going nowhere. Rodney Hill tried to run it, and that was Jefferson, I believe, number 99, Jordan Jefferson, for the Tigers, who ended up bringing down Rodney Hill, the running back for Florida State. So now 2nd and 14. Jordan Travis in the backfield with his running back to his right. Here's the snap. Travis looking, throwing it deep. Looking, he's got Keon Coleman at midfield. 1st down, Florida State. What a play. Keon Coleman. Nice catch right there, but then the throw. Incredible throw if you are Jordan Travis. Here we go. Jordan Travis now handing it off to Rodney Hill. He breaks free a little bit, and he's pushing the pile, trying to get the 1st down. And Florida State just looks more inspired right now. LSU just looks like they do not have enough momentum right at this moment. It looks like it's all Florida State. 2nd and 3, actually. So here's Jordan Travis. He's got his running back. It looks like Tua Philly to his right. Sends a man in motion. Here is the snap. Jordan Travis now throwing it out wide. Keon Coleman. And he will be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage there. It is going to be 3rd down and about 3 to go. And Travis, just a good throw to Coleman. Coleman just had nowhere to go. So 3rd and 3, Travis in the backfield all by himself. Here's the handoff to Tua Philly, and he will be about 4th and 1, it looks like. Now, here's an interesting thing. Do they go for it knowing that they need a touchdown to kind of start pulling away in this game, or are they going to just punt it and play the field position game? And then you got to factor in how your defense has been playing tonight as well, because it hasn't been the greatest defense in the world tonight either. With all the penalties and stuff going on, with that defense, it looks like they will keep the offense out there. So it's a 4th and 2. Travis is in the backfield with his running back to his left. It looks like Tua Philly. Travis takes the snap. Now looking, dancing around. He'll pass it to Tua Philly. He's got the 1st down. He's down the sidelines a little bit. He breaks free. Tua Philly. He is so close. But then Harold Perkins body slams him. But wow, what a play. And to the red zone, here is Florida State knocking on the door of the end zone. What a play. And here we go from the 1 yard line. Here's the snap. Jordan Travis, touchdown, Florida State. And like that, Florida State has regained the lead. 23-17 in Orlando. And what a fake. LSU thought it was going to be a handoff, and Jordan Travis, wide open lane. He just takes it. Easy touchdown. And Florida State has regained the lead after a 7-play, 87-yard drive that went 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Extra point is good. Florida State 24, LSU 17. We've got a ball game, folks. This is so much fun to watch. And I'm so excited to have a close game here on Saber Broadcast Network. Man. We'll be right. So a fun game here in Orlando, 24-17. We're going to go to another commercial break and be back in just a moment. All right, everybody. The national broadcast is still on commercial break, but very interesting to see what's going on in the chat. So, as far as the rumor about Taylor Swift being my guest, why? Oh my. Another rumor started here on the channel. Folks, this is... I don't know what to say about that. You'll see the guests in the fourth quarter. Trust me. I hate to break it to you. It's not Taylor Swift, though. I don't know why that rumor just got started, but it's not. To be honest with you, I'd never bring Taylor Swift on anyway because not really football related. So, I mean, there you go. So here we go. It is Ryan Fitzgerald, and there's the kick. This one is just popped up, and there's Anderson bringing it out to about the 23-yard line here. we go for LSU's starting field position. And right now on the national broadcast, they are talking about the Colorado TCU game from yesterday that just was ridiculous. Couldn't have asked for a more ridiculous game in Fort Worth than what you got. 24-17, 2:40 to go here in the third quarter. What can LSU do? Here is Jaden Daniels taking the snap, dropping back, a little bit of rush. He's got Malik Neighbors. He'll get out of bounds, but not before a first down for LSU. A nice play there. And just a beautiful pass. And Malik Neighbors, great catch. He is a great receiver, as is a couple of other guys here on the same football field tonight. Here we go from about the 36-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Here is Jaden Daniels moving around in the pocket. He's taken down. And that's a 5-yard loss right there. Getting him is number 6, Dennis Briggs Jr. Just incredible pressure coming from Florida State on that defense, and they look like a better team here in this half than what they did in the first half. More inspired football play from the Seminoles. They've outscored LSU 10-0 here in the third quarter, and let's see what LSU can do. Here's the run. And that'll gain maybe 3 yards. That was Bradford for LSU. A minute and a half to go. And, excuse me, I'm sorry. That was actually Josh Williams, the running back on that play. But LSU just does not look like a very inspired team. But Florida State here is playing great. And now it looks like we're fixing to have a flag. That is fixing to be an offside against Florida State. And that right there is Patrick Payton. And just stupid offside penalty right there if you're Florida State. That kills you. That just kills you. So 3rd and 6 now. LSU 1 penalty for 15 yards. Florida State 7 for 63. So that may be the only reason why this game is close, because of the penalty disparage. There is the pass by Daniels. Mason Taylor, first down, LSU. And we are at 20 seconds left in the quarter. LSU trying to hurry and get a playoff. So here we go, 7-6. Clock is ticking for LSU. And they are not going to get a playoff. Or are they? They're actually going to let them play. It's a deep pass, incomplete. He nearly had Brian Thomas Jr. What a play that could have been. That is the end of the third quarter. Fourth quarter coming, and I've got a guess. But first, commercial break, folks. We'll be back. to the fourth quarter of college football on Saber Broadcast Network. Now, you may be wondering who my guest is. Well, I will let him, come on screen as there's Jaden Daniels looking, and that's intercepted. That's intercepted. Florida State has great starting field position here at the beginning of the fourth quarter. And with the pick is number 8 on that defense, Renardo Green. Oh my goodness. Wow. What a play. The receiver falls down, and there is Renardo Green to pick it up. So I'll wait and see if my guest is having trouble getting in, but we'll see here in just a minute when the guest in. Here we go. Here's my guest, Colton Naylor. How are you, Colton? Okay. Maybe he may be muted. A little bit weird here. Experiencing some technical difficulties real quick. But right now, just to give an update of what's going on the field, there is now where the spot of the ball is where we are looking to see where he's at, whether he returned it or not. All right, so they're saying that his knee is down, but I believe it's still an interception. Okay. So Colton will be back in just a moment. Just experiencing some technical difficulties right at this moment. So Florida State has got the football here in the fourth quarter. They can start pulling away. Here we go. Here's the handoff to Trey Benson. He gets the edge. First down and more for Florida State. And, of course, we will try to work with Colton, see if he can get himself in here. Just having some technical difficulties. So here we go. 2 running backs in the backfield with Jordan Travis. Jordan Travis just, no rush, just kind of getting his team together. Here's the handoff to Trey Benson, and he will gain a couple of yards right there. 24-17, Florida State. This just looks like a team who has just taken over the second half, which they have. Just easily just running the football. And so here we go. 150 total yards for Florida State here in the second half. Here's a handoff to Trey Benson. He's looking. He gets around the edge, but he's going nowhere. He will be behind the line of scrimmage. So let's see. Colton may be back here in just a second. Just have to wait and see.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear him now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is great. So, of course, you can keep an eye on the chat as well if you want to see what's going on there.
Sorry for the technical difficulties.
You're good. There's a run by Jordan Travis to pick up the first down on 3rd and 8 right there with 12:52 to go in the fourth quarter. So, Colton, what has been going on with your channel here lately?
Nothing too much, just typical scheduled content.
Nice. Well, what do you think about this game so far? Of course, it's been a very back and forth game so far.
I haven't caught most of it, but what I have caught has been very entertaining. Lots of picks of what I've seen. I definitely like what I'm seeing out of its quarterback. I can't quite think his name at the moment. It'll come back to me in a minute. But he's very entertaining. I want him to go to my Buccaneers when he goes to the NFL. He's gonna be my Baker Mayfield replacement. So definitely.
If you're talking about Florida State, it is Jordan Travis, and then if you're talking about LSU, it's Jaden Daniels. It's right there, Jordan Travis with a bullet pass to Johnny Wilson.
Jordan Travis.
To Jordan Travis, okay. I would agree with you that he is a really great player, really great athlete. And really both of these quarterbacks are very similar in the way that they can move around and make plays with their legs, whereas Jaden Daniels is more likely out of the two of them to not, to just, pick up the football and just run with it himself. Whereas Jordan Travis is always looking to pass it down the field. Right now they are attending to on the field number 14 and Andre Sam for LSU. So I've got a comment that
2 first names. Yikes.
I got a comment right here that I kind of not happy about. But Chris Naylor says, "Are you Fowler and Herbstreit?"
Oh no, Karen Mo Cooper. Don't be a Karen.
I don't understand some people at all, but whatever.
Don't be a Karen.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to be.
I'd be Fowler. You'd be Herbstreit. You're a little bit more annoying than me.
Oh boy. Yeah, I will say the only reason why it seems like I may be getting that is because voice is getting a little strained, I guess, in a sense of speaking, because of all the football broadcasting over the week. So, I mean, I could see that.
Oh, do you need a break? Do you need a break?
No.
You want me to take over for you?
No, I'm good. I am good.
Okay. There is a comment that's making me want to address. There, Bernie Stanford, who's Derek, he's calling me Nosebreaker. Apparently,
Okay.
I broke his nose or something. I don't know. I just want to address I have not broken any nose in the past 24 hours. Do not Google that.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, that is rough.
Also,
Being labeled nosebreaker.
I was also called long-haired country boy. Do not call me that. Sounds too Patrick Swayze for me.
Oh, that's actually not Patrick Swayze, my man. That is Charlie Daniels. He sings a song called Long Haired Country Boy. That is a great song.
Well, I don't care who it is. Don't call me that. No, it's not.
Oh, the
Mr. Daniels needs to get his act together.
I love the comments right now. So I do want to address, because yesterday during the
I
Tennessee,
have not headbutted anyone either.
I want to get your addressment because yesterday Derek was on with the Tennessee Virginia game, of course, talking about some of the comments that you were coming back with. Just do you have anything to address with that?
Derek, I'm better than you. No question. I'm better looking, better broadcaster. And if you want to debate me, this is my invitation. Debate me.
Oh, okay.
I dare you to.
All right. Here is Jordan Travis handing it off to Tua Feely. He'll get a few yards. So you're saying that one night for when we may do SEC wraparound or whatever.
I don't care. Night, day, weekend, in a garbage can, in a garbage truck, in a burning down house, I'll debate him. And I'll win.
Oh, all right. So video
Also,
idea coming.
I've been called Ellen
folks.
DeGeneres enough in my life. Corey, stop. Don't call me Ellen. Cooper is not my pet Bigfoot. He's more of a Yeti guy. He's more of a Yeti.
Here's Jordan Travis looking to the end zone. It's caught. Keon Coleman, touchdown, Florida State. And the Seminoles are starting to pull away right here in this game. I'm sorry. Just watching that, I had to get excited for that. Florida State
I'll get excited.
is starting to pull away.
We knew this would happen. Florida State's the best, other than Oklahoma.
Even though you
The
may
big three.
still feel
Goes
salty.
Oklahoma, Florida State, Alabama.
Okay. I was about to say though, you may still feel salty from
I'm not salty.
from the is it the Cheez-Its? It's whatever, Cheez-It Bowl, whatever. Either way, here's the extra point is up and good for Florida State. 14-point lead, the biggest of the game. Florida State has taken the lead.
Listen.
Yep. Go ahead.
Listen, I'm not salty at Florida State at all because, in all honesty, he will. Mike Norvell will be our coach in 10, 15 years down the line. So this is just like his audition tape. It's just like, here, I'll send you an audition tape by beating y'all just to show that I'm better than Venables. So like 10, 15 years when Venables retires or gets fired or whatever happens, we'll have Mike Norvell and we'll be twice as good. So better than Bama. I don't care what anyone says. And with General Booty next year, if he starts, we will be way better than Bama. We'll have the booty. Y'all want the booty. We have the booty.
Oh, man.
Chris
So-
Naylor says he picked FSU. You're a smart man.
Yep. So Florida State, 31-17 right now. This comment section is going crazy. Oh my goodness. Okay. I need you to address the comment from Corey right now.
What did he say?
It says,
Maybe
I'll
y'all
just-
will be the General Booty of the SEC.
is that. And then Derek,
I don't know. I don't know how to address that.
you want to address these emojis?
Derek, you can laugh, but at the end of the day, I'll be the one laughing.
Well, let's take a commercial break real quick. Or actually, it looks like the game's fixing to come back. Okay, never mind. We won't take a break. I was literally fixing to do a commercial break, and then the national broadcast is fixing to come back. So, got more action to cover. They're in the fourth quarter. And what has been a
Do you know who
fun
you should bring
game.
on as a guest?
Who?
Cooper, you know who should be your next guest?
Who?
You should see if you can get someone like you. Let me talk. You should see if you can get some NFL star like Josh Allen on here.
I don't know. I can consider trying.
Give him a good paycheck. Good paycheck will get him.
Okay. And there's the kickoff, and it'll just be a touchback coming to the 25-yard line for LSU. So 31-17, 10-18 to go. And so here we go. Jaden Daniels back on the field for LSU. What can LSU do here?
Corey said, breaking news, Smash Mouth frontman is now in the hospice.
Okay. I don't know
That
how
is
to
not football
respond to that.
related.
But Trey Bradford is taken down way behind the line of scrimmage. Great defense if you are Florida State. It's going to be second down and very long for LSU. So here in the second half, Florida State has exploded. And it just seems like LSU's come to a screeching halt. So here we go, 2nd and 15. Jaden Daniels looking. And he's going down for the sack. It's about to be 3rd down and very long for LSU. So Colton, I also wanted to ask you because you guessed 84 on the trivia question earlier tonight. Where explain to us your thought process there.
Well, I knew it was sometime in the 80s. I didn't know what time in the 80s, so I took a random guess. 84, I was wrong. But I was proud of how close it was, considering it was just a blind guess.
Okay. And there
But
is
there's always more trivia questions for me to get.
Yeah. Well, there's a throw to Brian Thomas Jr., and it's going to be 4th down for LSU, and it looks like they're going to have to punt. 4th and 14. Florida State really showing up. Now, I got a question. What could you see once Florida State gets the ball back after this punt? What do you expect from their offense? Do you think they're going to go slow and just kind of just run this clock? Or are they going to try to add on to their point total?
I think they'll start slowing down, wasting time, making LSU really want to have to fight for it. But at the end of the day, we all know who's going to win this game, unless something drastic happens. So
Yep.
I'm
All right.
definitely happy to see I got a decent game picked right.
All right. Let's go to commercial break, and then be right back. All right, everybody. Welcome back to college football wraparound. College football wraparound. That's not till Wednesday. Oh my goodness, I'm losing my mind. Either way, it looks like Colton has left us. So I don't know if he's coming back or not, but 31-17 Florida State right now. So we will see what Florida State does here on offense. He did say, Colton did predict that they may just start slowing down and trying to just get just run some clock here. And I would have to agree. Of course, we do have some back and forth in the chat. So, very interesting here tonight. So, the game is coming back, national broadcast back on. Of course, we'll wait and see if Colton will come back. I don't know if he is. But Florida State up 31-17. Also, so here we go. Florida State has outscored LSU 17-0 here in the second half. Jordan Travis hands it off to Trey Benson, and he will get a few yards. It'll be another first down for Florida State. And here he is, Corey. He is back. Colton, did you have more technical issues on your side?
Yes, I did. But I do want to address Corey. Thank you for wanting me. It's good to feel wanted. But the way you chanted, "We want Colton." I would like to hear that in person one day.
Very interesting. Here we go. Jordan Travis got two running backs in the backfield with him. And Travis just throws it at the feet of, that looks like, Jaheim Bell.
So Chris Naylor said FSU ACC champion. I wonder if I think this is a question. I don't know who he's asking. I'm just going to say, if not them, then Clemson, but probably them. My personal opinion.
Yeah, I think they have a chance.
A chance? Okay.
I mean, it's them, like you said, it's them or Clemson, or I would even put North Carolina in there. So, and there's a throw. Wide open is Jaheim.
North Carolina?
Touchdown, Florida State. It's a 20-point lead. This was 17-14 LSU at halftime, and LSU has just unraveled since halftime. What a game. And Colton, this is just incredible. What is your opinion on this?
I think FSU has proven themselves. I would say top 5, maybe top 4 after this week. I would definitely move them up in the ranking. I would argue because Bama gave up 14 points against a nobody team, LSU is probably going to score about around the same amount that Bama scored. I might argue put FSU at number 1, but that's just me.
Also, I do want to address this right here, that we did not pick this game. Well, I did not pick this game because I'd be broadcasting it. So I was trying to say, I was just going to, just for bias standpoint, I'd not pick it. So I am neither chose either one of them. So that is
I'm just gonna
that.
say I picked FSU. Just saying. So
You know, but what do you think about this? Even though this is baseball,
Corey, the Cubs. They're not. They're not. They're not. Historically speaking, the Cubs have never really been that good. Red Sox have. End of discussion.
okay. And then here's another one.
The Dolphins, seriously? What is this? The 80s?
More like I think it
Not
was the
not
70s.
not in 2024. I'm sorry. Maybe 2094, but I'm not gonna see that. Where's the Red Sox? Where's the Cubs? In Chicago. So the Red Sox are in Boston. What's your point?
We'll see what his point is.
His point is he doesn't have a good point, so
Mm-mm-mm.
Atlanta Braves. I think you said Atlanta one too many times, but I mean record. I don't think either of them got a record deal, so I don't think there's been. What are you laughing about?
I
What's
just
so
love
funny?
this. I just love
What's
this.
so funny?
Talking about how good is the Red Sox and how good is the Cubs. Like, speaking of, records of the teams and whatnot. So, I mean, he must be more involved in this. Here we go, Colton.
We are doing better than the Red Sox. And what? Losing? Having horrible players? Being unliked? I could keep going, but I think I'll get bored listening to so much Cubs talk.
Mm-mm-mm.
Okay, comment section. Please stop with the baseball. I don't want to have to talk about baseball on a football stream. Personally.
Yeah, if that's one thing we don't do here on Saber Broadcast Network, that is baseball.
Come
Here's
on,
the
do basketball, football, rugby, soccer. I can answer that.
You gonna answer rugby?
No, I just said that.
Oh goodness. 38-17 LSU at the football with 6:56 to go in the fourth quarter. Colton Hiller's joining me here for the fourth quarter. This is a lot of fun. He has responded to Derek and said he wants to debate at some point. So, of course, I will see what I can do to work that out. That would be,
Thank you. You can be the moderator.
hey, I
But
mean, I'm
you
up
can't be
for it.
biased.
I'd be up
You
for
can't be
it.
biased, but I might have a $5 bill.
Jaden Daniels
with
to
your name
Malik
on it.
Neighbors right there. Great play for LSU, trying to just get a little bit of, just trying to work through some of the kinks of tonight's game. But yeah, we'll, and Derek is still against you as far as soccer is concerned.
Well, if he had the attention span, he would like it, but I mean, he has the attention span of a toddler. So anyway,
Oh, this I got to show on the stream. This is actually kind of funny.
Cooper, you have one job: do better than Chris Wallace. Let's not get political here, please.
Yeah, let's not. Here we go. Jaden Daniels scrambling out of the pocket, and he will just get it to second and inches.
Cooper, when are you gonna do a closer game? Yeah, Cooper, when?
I mean, okay, folks, for you watching at home, this game at halftime, I thought this is the game. This is the close game I'm going to get. And
Well,
then it
you
ends up
did.
we're now a 21-point game that Florida State's pulled away in, and I can't help it.
I'll pick your next game. I'll pick better than you could.
How? I mean, I don't know how to. Oh goodness gracious!
It's easy. It's easy. Pick two good teams that are the same caliber. It's not that hard.
Your halftime guy, Jinx.
Corey Naylor says Army versus Navy should be our next game. Honestly, yeah.
That's not until after the SEC championship in December.
It's Army versus Navy, though.
There's
You gotta
Jaden
do that
Daniels
game.
going down after probably a gain of 1.
Okay. Derek says not Oklahoma. I'm be honest. I don't want to broadcast the Oklahoma game. We'll win too badly, and I don't want to embarrass Auburn fans who's going to be losing by 30 every game. Sorry.
And there's the throw to Brian Thomas Jr. It's going to be 4th down.
Okay, Cooper, I have a question for you. I'm going to interview you for a second. So, if Spencer Rattler and Bo Nix were the 2 finalists for Heisman, who would have your vote? Who do you think should win?
Can you say that those 2 quarterbacks again?
Bo Nix or Spencer Rattler?
I'm going Bo Nix.
Okay, elaborate.
Because I feel like he's been put in a better position to excel. Because I feel like a big thing is offensive line. When you're given time, you can make more plays. And he's made a lot of great plays for Oregon. And of course, if you look at the score of their last game, 81-7, he played a great game. And of course, I know it's Portland State compared to South Carolina's taking on North Carolina. But at the same time, he had the ability. So, why? Okay. Chris Naylor says, yeah.
Cooper is a closet Auburn fan. Sorry, Cooper. The rumor is true. You are a closet Auburn fan.
What?
But then again, which is worse? You claiming to be a Alabama fan and being an Auburn fan, or Derek claiming to be an Auburn fan and basically obsessing over Oklahoma? So, you tell me.
There's a run for Florida State. Gains a few yards to be 2nd down. I mean, I'm not an Auburn fan. These people with the whole rhetoric about I'm an Auburn fan, these people are just crazy.
Derek said Auburn is better than some teams, Jack. I can name one team, only one, Texas, but everyone else is so.
Another flag on the play. It looks like it may be going against LSU. It's a face mask. So,
I haven't seen a lot of face masks this year. I think that's the first one I've seen.
Yeah, same thing here.
It's kind of become a rare call, huh?
Yeah, it has. They've started to play cleaner. LSU, 2 penalties for 30 yards. Florida State, 7 for 63. Here in the second half, Florida State's really cleaned it up. And, LSU stayed kind of clean as far as penalties go. Here is the handoff to the running back. And he got the edge. And out of bounds. That right there is Rodney Hill. They look to be going down to score again.
Okay. Corey asked the question, top 10 Taylor Swift songs. I think that's a question for my channel. Then yes, Corey. The answer is yes. When? I'm not telling you that, but yes.
Okay, I do want to address something from Derek. He says that I have these Auburn shirts. I can't help it if I do stuff with Alabama 4-H and they're associated with Auburn University, and I don't have to like Auburn as you know in their football program, their basketball program, like athletic wise. I don't have to like Auburn, but as far as the opportunities they provided for me through 4-H, then that I appreciate. That's why I have a bunch of shirts with Alabama 4-H at Auburn University. So I'm not an Auburn
I
fan.
respect it. I'll be honest. I'd rather wear an Auburn shirt than a Texas shirt. Just saying.
I'd rather wear Texas than Auburn. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Okay, you're Cooper. Don't say that in front of me ever again. Okay. Corey asked me a question. No, wait, Derek, sorry, asked me this question. He asked, who is better, Colton? Taylor Swift or Britney Spears? That is a simple question, Derek. Thank you for asking. Taylor Swift. Britney Spears I don't even care about her. Taylor Swift. Who has more songs you can sing to? Taylor Swift. Britney Spears is like one good song.
Oh my goodness.
Also, Corey has finished the lyric for me. He says, finish the lyric. I don't always wake up in the morning. This is a Morgan Wallen song. It's I don't always wake up in the morning. Pour myself a strong one. And I don't know the rest of the words, but it's a Morgan Wallen song. I do know the words, though.
I think this is Wasted on You by Morgan Wallen. Pretty sure.
Yes, I think so. Do you know,
Here we
know
go.
the words?
Not right off, but there's another first down for Jordan Travis in the Florida State offense as they go under 2 minutes to go here in the game. So,
Corey, you need to stop.
you see the same comment I do, don't you?
Yeah, we don't have to talk about that one. And Derek, don't be using curse words in the chat, please. We don't like these. He's telling us to say something. That's a curse word, Derek.
Hey, Colton, I will say Brittany's best friend has got to be Victor Wembanyama, isn't it? There's a touchdown for Florida State.
Why are you dying laughing?
I'm going to get canceled for that. I'm going to get canceled for that one. I bet.
Yeah, you need to calm down, dude.
Oh, man. Touchdown, Florida State. It's now 44-17. And maybe the loss of Mason Smith to suspension is really a big deal for LSU here.
Well, the simple thing is Jane Daniels isn't Joe Burrow, and he's still good. It's just he's not Joe Burrow, and they need Joe Burrow. But
well, this game here in the second half is really just, it's been all Florida State as they are now up 45-17. And here on the channel, we did not expect this to be a blowout, but it has become that. That right there, scoring the touchdown, is Jaheim Bell.
Jaheim Bell.
Yep.
That's a cool name.
With 1:26 to go, Florida State has a 28-point lead on LSU. Their winning streak against LSU in this series will go to 6 because there ain't no way LSU is coming back with 1:26 to go. And I will say, all's right in the world of college football when Florida State is playing good football. Wouldn't you agree with that, Colton?
Mm-hmm. Yes, very much. I've always liked Florida State, and so it is enjoyable seeing them win. And I've never liked LSU, so it's enjoyable watching them lose.
Well, 45-17. Let's see what LSU can do with 1:26 left to go. Not a
Corey,
lot,
I was trying
probably, but
Corey, I was trying not to have to show this comment, but I'm sorry. I almost started laughing. This is good. I like this. Keep it up.
Here we go. Jaden Daniels. Here's the throw down the field. It's caught. And now LSU with a late touchdown. And now it's 45-23. As there's Brian Thomas Jr. with the long touchdown.
Chris says, LSU is one team named Tigers I will cheer for.
Or did he step out of
Honestly,
bounds?
I wouldn't cheer for any team named Tigers.
Well, it is 45-23. LSU scores a long touchdown right there. And so just a late touchdown. So we'll see what Florida State can do. They'll just run the clock out probably. 45-24 in Orlando. And oh, okay, Colton. Let's show this comment right here.
Okay.
Just give me an answer to
Jaden
this.
Daniels walks into the locker room and sees a mirror. He says, "Hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me." You didn't get the word. You didn't get the words right. It's the words go. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. At tea time, everyone agrees. It's not that hardcore. Just Google it, or actually listen to the song.
LSU with a really interesting onside kick, but is recovered by Florida State.
Also, Derek said Auburn is 5 best Tigers. Fascinating grammar there. I'm not gonna argue with you. Everyone has their own opinion. When FSU discusses a contrary citizen with Mike Norvell, you belong with me.
Oh, this is hilarious.
Anyway, moving along. Cooper, go ahead.
All right.
Broadcast
Jordan
game.
Travis takes a knee. Of course, he'll have to take another knee here in a minute. But Florida State, it was the second half where they just dominated. Jordan Travis ends the night 23 of 31, 342, 4 touchdowns and interception. Jaden Daniels 22 for 37, 346, a touchdown and an interception. That is the breakdown of the quarterbacks. As Florida State is going to walk out of Orlando having taken another game. And there is what is the last snap of this game. Florida State is 1-0. LSU is 0-1. But if there's any indication of what this series did last year, there is still a lot of football to be played. And LSU can still do some special things. So,
Derek asks, will FSU win the national championship? Hard no. With teams like Oklahoma, FSU won't, but they'll try.
The only thing I will say to this is that it's just one game, so we don't need to get overly, we don't need to really dramatize things until let's get through the first few weeks, and then we'll see, let's get to about mid-October, and then let's start talking about championship and playoff stuff. But, right now, let's just talk about the game. Yeah.
LSU's DC walks up to Jordan Travis and says, "I knew you were trouble when you walked in."
Oh, this is funny.
And then he follows that one up with another one, which is twice as Taylor Swifty. And I'm lying and I'm crying on the cold hard ground. And it's comments like these that make me question his sanity. But I mean, it's funny. I'll give it to him. It's funny, but and then Oklahoma is not. Wait, where'd it go? Oklahoma is not going to get in the playoffs. Well, neither is Auburn. So,
All right, Colton. Thank you for coming on. That is it. The final score here in Orlando is just a 45-24 Florida State win. Colton, thank you for joining us.
thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you. And thanks to all of you who have been watching. As far as debate, Corey, we will get that scheduled and then we'll announce it through probably community post. But for now, I'm Cooper Naylor. Good night, everybody. And we will see you again later.